All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of No Cap Reacts. I'm your man Bailey, aka Mr. Go Get 'em. And we are back with another episode of Therapy Session. We do a reaction. Let me turn this light just a little bit brighter. Tonight I got a reaction from Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco. So I wasn't actually planning on doing this. But it popped up, and I said, you know what? I'm not doing that. Let's go ahead and react to a video. So this one is, it's just as what the title says. Men aren't obsessed with women anymore. Now, I know in hearing this and saying this, the first thing that a lot of women, modern women today want to say is, they're gay. Men are gay. No, men aren't gay. We're the furthest thing from it. What we no longer do is we no longer cater and fall to the BS. See, back in the day when we catered to women 100%, gave you everything that you wanted, well, you didn't appreciate it. Now, here we are in modern times where, well, that same kind of sympathy is no longer happening. And because it's no longer happening, well, now y'all don't like it. Welcome to a man's world. Welcome to a man's world. But before we truly get started, I almost messed this up. Oh, shocker. Hold up.
Hey guys, it's your favorite dunk here. Go ahead.
I don't want my favorite dunk talking. Okay, I need to throw this. Yeah, I need to throw this right. Okay, put that right there. Yeah. Okay. So before we get all of this started, let's preview what is to come. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there is a brand new podcast that is coming out, and you can see it right there. It's called Cut the Noise Podcast. That's where you're going to find me, Courtney, and Courtney. So, as you can see here, there are some shorts that have already been posted. Go ahead and jump on the bandwagon.
When it came to reality, like, cool, I'm gonna take half of your shit too.
Yeah, I've already got a couple of installments of what we talk about. We will be having guests, so look forward to that. We also do have the Instagram. That is also Cut the Noise and the number 1. So Cut the Noise and the number 1. You can catch us on Instagram. All platforms we will be on very shortly. go ahead and make sure you go over to this YouTube channel and let's start happening. Let's make it happen. I'll start sharing this link as well and getting it on all platforms. It's time to start sharing this shit and making it happen. With that, we can go to Uncle, Big Unc, Shannon Sharp himself. This is gonna be a good one. This one's gonna be a good one. So, without further talking,
Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. Ocho, a woman posted a very interesting video this week. Let's take a look at it.
So there's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact.
Ocho?
okay. So I think I kind of want to play that again so y'all can kind of let's really.
So there's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact.
Ocho?
Uh-huh.
Agree, disagree,
I like
slightly agree?
I mean, it varies. It depends, you know.
Okay, so Ocho finna be a little Ocho.
I think men are a little
Ocho just got his first taste of red pill in his with his fiance. He got red pill. He got a clear, close cut dose of red pill.
bit more now focus on just themselves, you know, focus on work, getting to the bag, and allowing the woman to be the last choice of importance as opposed to how it was before. You know,
I cannot agree with that. The reason that men do what they do today isn't because they're making women the last choice. They're actually making you the first choice. But in order to make you the first choice, based off of knowing what you guys actually require and desire of us, instead of going after you when we have nothing, where that's when y'all talk about us the most, they're actually going out and they're going to achieve something which doesn't allow you to talk about us. Two, we now also see that when a man has some sort of value or has brought value into the world that we live in today, what we no longer have to worry about is you talking shit. Two, we get more options. The more we have, the more options we get. See, your options are dwindling away as men's options are increasing as he increases his value. And when they say increases value, it's not value as in monetary, because see, this is what I've been preaching for a very long time. Something is only as worth as much as the market is willing to put into it. See, just because you say you're valuable doesn't make you valuable. The market in dating, SMV, sexual market value, the men that are chasing you have to see you as valuable. As in the women that are chasing the men, they also have to see them as valuable. You don't get value just because you said so. That's not the way it works. That's not how it's ever worked. That's not how it's ever going to work. Your value is based off of how others see you. Your value is not based off of how you see you. Because if that's the case, you would already date yourself and be perfectly happy and wouldn't complain or do anything anymore. But that's clearly not the case. Let's go.
chasing the woman, chasing, applying pressure, doing all that. And most of the time, what you have to understand too, is women put up such a front with the chasing and applying pressure, as if there's something that's so different about them as opposed to anyone else that you could deal with. But
this is when you meet that new chick and she swears she's different than all the other chicks. And guess what?
then when you actually get a hold and you get to learn that individual and you're allowed access, you come to find out well, goddamn, I've been doing all the chasing for this, but you ain't no different than nobody else.
Y'all are all the same. And the difference between men and women is we don't claim to be different. We might say we're different from the last man, but we don't claim to be different. We understand that as men, we are all the same, and y'all view us as all the same, which is why all of y'all say that all men are dogs. Okay? Guess what? We are 100% in touch with who we are, what we do, how things are, etc. We do not deny it. You guys love to deny it. From the way you do your hair to your nails to everything, because you're consistently in competition with each other. So as long as you're in competition with each other, well, what you're denying is the fact that you're doing it for us. You've lost it. You've lost. You're so lost in the sauce that you don't even realize what the purpose of doing it was for in the first place. Now you just sitting here in a hamster wheel trying to keep up with Mrs. Jones when Mrs. Jones don't even give two shits about you, and Mrs. Jones is not the one gonna make you happy.
It's all the same. You know, at the end of the day, I think men's focal point has changed from chasing women to more focusing on themselves, work, family. If that comes into play, and it's just different now. It's just different now, especially in today's era where we have a lot more women that are in. I hate using the word alpha positions, but they are the men now.
Masculine.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the thing is,
Acting as
though,
men.
Women are the men.
They a lot of women. But see, when you keep saying, I don't need a man, I don't need a man, then you convince yourself
That you don't need a man.
and then you want to be masculine because you think you can talk to, at the end of the day, that's still a man. And I'm not saying, look, I'm old.
And here's the crazy part. As a now 45-year-old man, I'd be the first person to say it. When a woman says, oh, a real man, a real man, a real man, I know you don't know one, because if you knew one, you would have one. That's the problem. If you knew what a real man was, how come you guys do not attach yourselves to real men? You love to say what a real man is, but you can never identify a real man. And when a real man does come into your presence, that is the man that you avoid, and or most cases will even friend zone while you go and have fun with the not real man and create all of this trauma. And as you create this trauma, this real man is watching you walk all and run hurdles and jump over boxes and move houses for men that don't mean shit, while the entire time he's sitting there just going, look at this dummy.
Know how my grandmother and how I saw everybody raised? See, these women today, they talk about, oh, I want to be treated like my mom and my great grandma got to treat, but y'all don't behave like that. Y'all ain't cooking.
Not
Y'all
at
ain't
all.
cooking no meal every day. When my grandfather got home at lunch, meal on the table. He got home at dinner, meal on the table. He ate first. It wasn't no.
So when they ask that question at the dinner table, who gets the biggest piece of chicken or who gets served first, see, a lot of y'all will say your kids. But see, your grandmothers, your great-grandmothers made sure that he ate first. Why? Because he's the one that put the food on the table. Now it doesn't matter who puts the food on the table. What matters is your feelings. Well, guess what? Your feelings is what has you in the situation you're in now. Because if you feed that child before you fucking feed me, when I'm the one to put the food on the table, guess what? That is my child. They're going to stay, but you're going to go.
No arguing back and forth. When my grandfather said they can, they did. When he said they couldn't, they couldn't. But y'all, I'm going to do me. Okay, well, do you. I don't have to be a part of it.
That goes back to a conversation that I had not too long ago on a post that I put on Facebook. Okay. You cannot sit here and ask for a leader, and then the moment that you get a leader, you don't allow him to lead. Again, you will never in life allow a man to lead while the entire time that you are single, you are sitting there screaming and hollering that you want a man that leads. You want a man that's tall. You want a man that makes money. You want a man that's smarter than you. You want a man to do all these fucking things. This is what comes out of your mouth. But the moment that you get a man, you can't tell me what to do. You can't do this. I'm not changing. I'm not doing that. What in the hell? You've created this thought process of this perfect man in your mind this perfect man in your mind, and then you get a version of him and you don't even listen to him.
And so I think the thing is that they've convinced themselves they don't need a man until they need a man.
Natalia said, I serve my man first, I eat last. So it's not about her eating last. But see, what happens is when your children see things like that, well, that's the difference between husbands and wives. You raise husbands and wives. See, you guys are not raising the next generation of a husband or a wife. Y'all are just raising the next generation to be, I want them to be good people. I want them to go get jobs. You're raising them to be workers. You're raising them to be the next generation of economical slaves. Economic slavery. That's all it is. Go create all this debt by going to school and get a job. Like, you don't even push to get a job. Go to school and get degrees, live your life, be free, go experience things. Well, 9 times out of 10, the things that all young adults are going to experience are going to be trauma. You're pushing the wrong message.
And then you 20, now you 45, now you 50. Now your options are limited.
Right. Yeah. I don't think when
He sounds just like Kevin Samuels.
I don't
You got Shannon Sharp sounding just like Kevin Samuels. I want to see y'all attack him in the comments.
think women understand that the options are limited, especially today, especially what they want. When you look at their expectations and what they expect and what they're looking for, it's very hard. It's very hard to
No,
get.
Ocho, it's not hard. But here's the thing. What you want, gotta want you.
Ooh.
See, that's the problem. Okay, you want a guy. Oh, he need to be over 6 foot tall. Oh, he needs to make 6 figures. Oh, he need to do this.
Right.
Well, every time you throw out something that he needs to be, you do a
Right.
percentage, 15, 20%. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So now you down to 5%. That 5% of the man that you want, that's over 6 foot tall, that has a nice body, that makes 6 figure, that's well to do. Does he want you?
And I can tell you, no. You're combative. You're masculine. You refuse to be submissive. As a matter of fact, the term submissive turns you into a wildebeest of feminine. Like, now you just became a super feminist. Not feminine, feminist. The moment a man says submission, be submissive, you turn into an ultra feminist. What do you need to be submissive for? Who are you? What do you think this is? Slavery, slavery this, slavery that. Being a submissive woman to your man is not slavery, because the more submissive you are to him, the more submissive he is to you. See, it's my job to make your life easier. And in order for me to make your life easier, you have to bring me peace. You having an easier life in almost every single solitary case means, well, you don't have to work as hard. You don't have to go out and face the world. You don't have to stress. You don't have to do anything, really. Take care of a home. See, a lot of submissive women, especially if you do it at the right time at a younger age, before the children are even there, that means you have a life of luxury, a life of peace. No children to take care of. All you have to do is take care of a home and take care of your man. The simplest job that a woman really has to do is take care of yourself, most of all. You are the epitome of beauty. But women are at an all-time high of being the largest human beings in the United States of America on this earth. So the beauty standard has gone way, way, way. Oops. Y'all are killing the beauty standard, because you are supposed to be the epitome of the beauty standard, and, well, you're dropping that. So we don't want you there. Okay. You want to be in the workplace. You want to be in competition with me, which requires you to be masculine, because I, as a successful man, understand how masculine I have to be, how alpha, how type A I have to be to get to where I'm at. I also realize how many hours that I have to put in order for me to be exactly what I am. So in order for me to get here, I have to be an above average man in so many ways that it just doesn't even make sense, which allows me to be hyper masculine. So that means that you become hyper masculine as a female, which isn't natural to you. So you overdo it. So by the time you are and you need to be feminine in a relationship, you can't be. But at the same time, you spread the message that for the right man, I will. You can never say for the right man, you will, because we are creatures of habits. And as we create these bad habits, this is the way that we actually end up living our life. This is the things that we end up doing. Okay, y'all want to talk about a cheater, a cheater, a cheater, a cheater. Well, when all he does is fucking cheat, don't ever expect him to not. He's in the habit. Drug addicts are drug addicts because it's a habit. Alcoholics because it's a habit. You have to make it a habit of being submissive. You have to make it a habit of being a good woman. You have to make it a habit of doing all these things. Just like I have to make it a habit of taking care of you. The house, the home, the bills, the safety, the security, providing for you. Like, these are conversations that y'all just really are not having. These are sportscasters and ex-athletes, and they're having this conversation that y'all literally cheered for, jeered for when Kevin Samuels died because of the shit that he said. Now look who's saying it. Sorry, ladies, at some point in time, open your ears and close your mouths.
Damn. And most of the type of men that they want, it's part of the 1%. Right?
Absolutely.
So it puts the dudes that are in the 1%, they just get to pick who they want.
It's hard. It's hard for something to add value, to increase in value that constantly gets used. Listen to what I said, Ocho.
You know what's funny?
Name something that increases in value that's constantly get used. You told me about my Ferrari. You say, buy that Ferrari.
Okay. What increases in value that constantly gets used? What do you have that you use daily that gets increased in value? Okay. So all you women that are out there dating, going through, running through men, lots of dates, your Facebook posts in a relationship, then it goes to it's complicated, and then you're single and you redo this over and over and over again. Well, there are a lot of men that are actually out there paying attention to you, and as they pay attention to you, what they're sitting here doing is it's lowering your value. Also, that, oh, I'm taking time for myself, I'm healing. That is an excuse. You can't heal yourself. The only way anyone can heal is with help. Isn't that why you go to a doctor for a broken arm, a broken leg, and everything else? The same thing happens with your heart. The only way you truly fix your traumas is by not putting yourself in another traumatic situation. It doesn't matter how much time that you take yourself away from the dating game and other men, you are not teaching yourself to find the right one. So if you can't find the right one, nothing else is gonna matter. You're still creating trauma, but at the same time, what you're doing is you're wasting valuable time that you should be using to be with the right one. Because unfortunately, you are on a time clock, because beauty comes with a time clock. It's not forever. It doesn't last. Men look for women with youth. That's why you see millionaires and billionaires with younger women. And as you get older, you tend to start to hate on younger women because it's what you used to be. And most of the time you always pinpoint the one that's doing the total opposite of what you did. And that's why you're hating, because you see her using her feminine energy and her beauty to win, where you used yours to chase a bag, chase a career, do all of these different things, which then also goes into stop allowing men in your womb that you are later on gonna call a deadbeat and he ain't shit. Why are you having babies with men that ain't shit? If you could ever utter out your mouth that this man is not shit, understand you are the epitome of not shit. Because not only did this not shit motherfucker have you, He gave you the most valuable thing you will ever have in life.
But put it up. A bottle of wine. Philippe Rothschild, Petrus, Camus.
Right. 1942.
They ain't drinking it. I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. I don't even think the chat heard you. Do me a favor. Say, man, let me get my motherfucking pen and paper. Because that, man, hold on. You're going to have to bring that to me again. Hold on. You think I'm not going to use that? Hold on. Because I'm going to have to use that. I'm going to use that at Sunday service.
He said Sunday
Boy,
service.
well, you just dropped the gem right there. And I don't even think the chat was paying attention.
Yeah, because everything, you know, Ojo, I want somebody at least 6 foot tall. I want somebody at least 200 pounds. I want somebody that make at least 6 figures. I want somebody that go to church. I want somebody that like to travel. So you name 6 things that you like. Okay, you find that guy, but he's only probably in the 1%. So that 1% of the men that you're looking for, is he looking for the 15 to 20% of the?
And I need y'all to truly pay attention to this because these are 1%er men. These are multi-millionaires. These are dudes that had contracts bigger than what most companies make in a year. They made in a year, and what a business will make in 10 years, they made in 2 to 3 years. Okay, 7, 8-figure, 9-figure contracts. They are 1%er men. See, I'm like a 10%er. I'm in the 10% club. Easy, 10% club. These are 1%ers. Let's go.
Women that's looking for him.
Can't talk shit to them. Can't call them gay. Shit, he just had a video not too long ago. You heard him beating buns.
So now if he's not, so now I'm valuable. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Huh?
Yeah.
Tom Brady wants.
They know they worth. They know they worth.
Worth is what someone is willing to pay for something.
Oh, nigga.
Tom Brady can list his house for $150 million. But I guarantee you, after 6 months, over a year, that house ain't sold. I guarantee you he dropped the price.
Okay.
So now, if somebody comes in and says, Tom, he want $150 million. I give you $100 million cash. Okay, I take it. That's what the house was worth. See, you don't get to determine your worth if somebody's not paying for it.
SMV, sexual market value. See, ladies, your worth is what we see you as, not what you see you as. You don't get to dictate your value. Nothing in this world gets to dictate itself's value. Value is based off of what we put on it. So if we no longer value you, it doesn't matter what you deserve. Reward or punishment, that is what you deserve. What you work for is what you deserve. See, when you work out and you get your body in shape and you get right, 9 times out of 10, you got more men looking at you, which also means you get more options. And when you do get the man that wants you, well, he's always going to look at you with longing, wanting eyes. When the man is no longer longing for you or wanting you because you have allowed yourself to become unattractive, that's all on you. Never going to be his fault. Your value is based off of what you do and how you do it. If you don't understand that or go against that, you just refuse to listen to logic, truth, honesty, and the reality of what the world is. We call that delusion, or as y'all say, delulu. And that's where a lot of y'all live at.
That's what women got to understand. You keep saying, are you buying yourself? Are you purchasing yourself?
No, they're not.
So where's the value? Value is only something is only valuable if somebody will purchase it. I want $600,000 for this tube of lip therapy. It's worth $7. They got to stop this notion talking about I know my worth. I know my worth. Your worth is what someone is willing to pay for it.
Honestly, if you guys knew your worth, guess what? You wouldn't have deadbeat baby daddies. You wouldn't be alone and single, and you wouldn't be sitting out here talking about, I'm taking time to heal me. I'm taking time for me. If you knew your worth, you would never allow yourself to be in those situations. If you knew your worth, you would be the wife that you swear you are. If you knew your worth, you would have the man that you swear is out there for you.
That's what worth is. Look up the dictionary. Look up worth in the dictionary. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Google it. I don't want y'all to do it.
He got everybody over there laughing.
Well, you pray. Hey, wait, you preaching today? You boy?
Hey.
Boy?
Shannon Sharp is feeling me. Shannon Sharp on the same page as Mr. Bailey.
You know what? Also, when I think about is in general, women, they put themselves in unwinnable positions at times. You know, they play hard to get. They're very difficult. They create this perception that all the work the man is going to put in the end, you know, they're just getting this. Oh my goodness, this is so much different than everybody else. When in hindsight, once you are gained access to it, it's no different than anybody else. That's why they play the difficult game in the beginning.
Yeah,
that's why.
Because they understand that they have no worth. It's the same thing. When the chick is like, oh, you got to wait for sex forever. For what? For what? You're telling me to wait for something that I've already had. I know yours is no different. I know you're going to sit here and blow it up and make it seem like you are the best in the world, but I am telling you, I'm here to tell you that for about 95 to 98% of you, that shit is the same. It ain't no different. Okay? You want it to be different? Well, we call those squirters. The other only ones that's different than that is super creamers. Outside of that, it's all the same. You have that other 1% where, unfortunately, that hole is gaping. It is a cavernous, mountainous canyon that if you took all the lava, all the water, all the rocks, and even all the trees and put it in that motherfucker, you never gonna fill it up. No, it is the same. So if a motherfucker is dealing with you, I can tell you right now, it's not because of your vagina. But the moment that you put it out there that that's all it is and wait for this and do for that, I'm going to tell you as a man 9 times out of 10, we just going to leave you alone because that's not what we're fucking with you for. That's just one of the added benefits that helps us put up with your ass. Because a lot of the shit that you be on don't be about shit.
But they make you jump through hoops and make you jump through obstacles because there's really nothing at the end of that light or at the end of that tunnel.
I don't know what I'm worth.
You know, and it's not a bad thing. We're all human. What do you do that's so special than the next person?
Cook. Can you cook? Hey, can you cook some oxtails? I need to know. Can you cook oxtails? What am I saying? Can you cook breakfast? Grits, eggs, sausage, bacon, French toast, pancakes. Okay. What about eggs Benedict? Make hollandaise sauce? Okay, you can't do that. Okay, what can you do? What's the this value that you speak of? What is it? Because I just want you to know a little something. Everything that you do, I can pay somebody to do it. Cook, clean, get my.
They don't like to hear that. See, as a man, there are men out here right now in sexless marriages, as they call them. But it's sexless for you at home because 9 times out of 10, that man is getting it from somewhere else. See, if you have a man that has value, dumbass, you're not the only person that sees it. When he leaves the house, they see it too. Just like when we have a woman of value, when she leaves the house, they see it too. And we know, the difference is we know they see it. We are okay with them seeing what we have, just as long as they can't have what we have. For you, it's a little different. So when you're in those sexless marriages, understand something. He's getting it from somewhere else. There is something that you are doing that is not working for him, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, there's something missing. You're not doing something right. And that man can go out, well, we can pay for it. See, I don't need you to cook and clean in my house because I can pay for that. I don't need you to come and fuck me because I can go out and get that. See, there's a thing called clubs and bars. And if I really want to be, well, you can go pay for that too. And as men, we all sit here and say, I would never pay for it. I'll never do this. I'll never do that. Let him get bored enough. Let him get to a position where, well, he just doesn't want to deal with the bullshit. Because I see it all the time. It's a lot easier to pay for it and send her on her way than to deal with the chase. See, until you guys truly understand that, you will never understand the world that we live in. As men, we live in a world where we simplify everything. So when you come and you consistently want to complicate what is very simple, there's no real reason for us to deal with it. We like simple. Simple requires peace. Simple brings peace. All we want more than anything is peace. Behind peace comes respect. When you respect me, I love you. Simple as that. You require love, I require respect. It's even in the Bible. You got 6-figure men sitting here saying this. I bet you I ain't listening to that either. I'm sorry, not 6-figure. 7, 8, 9 figures.
Right. Hey, I don't pay them to sleep with me. I pay them to leave. So I'm just trying to say, so
Okay, I just said that. We don't pay for the sex. We pay for the peace. Come do your job and get out.
where's the value? What can you do for me that I can't have somebody do? Everything that you do.
Y'all want to cuddle at night. I just want to go to sleep. You want to be all up under me. I just want to chill. We pay for you to leave. We pay for you to leave. The things you require, we do not. Y'all are emotional. We are logical. It's not the same. We don't play the same game.
So if I'm with you, I really want to be with you.
So if you choose to so hold on, you pay him, you sleep with, you pay.
I
him
don't pay.
to leave,
I
you're
ain't
not
paying for the
him
sex.
to
I'm
stay.
paying you to get out.
Hold on, let me write that down. Let me write that down so I can use that in my next argument.
So I just want to know, if I'm with you, I ain't playing no game with you. Do you understand that I'm not? I jump on a plane to come see you. You best believe you mean something.
Hold on, huh? You flew to somebody before?
So all this stuff. Oh, this and that, hey, I'm just telling you, I keep it foul with y'all. So all this going back and forth, I don't care nothing about that. Because all I know is you keep saying you worth this, you worth that. That property ain't been purchased in a long time, then, huh?
Red flags when a woman says she's been single for years. When a woman has been single for years, is red flags. Now, I'm not going to lie. There are men, they're going to jump out there and we going to date you. But 9 times out of 10, it's just, to remove some cobwebs. And the time frame while we removing cobwebs, we might start to like you a little bit. But we understand at some point in time, your red flags are going to start to show. Fastest way to see a woman's red flags, which most men, and I don't advise it, move her in. You'll see the red flags in a heartbeat. Some of them can hide them longer than others. And then you find out whether she's really a girlfriend or a wife. You'll find out whether she is a girlfriend or a wife.
Look like you will have to drop the price on it.
But they have to wait for a buyer to come along, huh? That's life. That's the way it works. I understand. And you know what? Something about our beautiful women, something about our beautiful women in this world. We can't live without them. We can't live without them.
See, we will never sit here and say that we don't need you. Y'all say fuck them niggas. We don't need them niggas. We don't need no man. You'll even tell your kids, your girl, your daughters, you don't need a man. You don't need a man. As men, we'll never say we don't need you.
Always somebody for everybody. And just at what point is your person gonna come along?
That's it.
Now, that's not true. There's not someone for everybody because y'all outnumber the hell out of us as men. You outnumber the hell of us as men. So, no, I'm not going to tell you that lie. Ocho lying his ass off right there. He lying.
He needs some milk.
That's definitely a lie.
That's willing to buy or pay whatever you feel that worth may be.
And my thing is, Ocho, I don't even feel like I'm the prize. I don't tell no woman I'm the prize.
No.
But you better. I don't know who told you. They told you wrong. If you think you're the prize.
That's a great topic too, Unc. That's a great topic. Women feeling like they are the prize and understanding what they bring to the table.
What?
I think some of them might be, despite us being the providers.
What?
I think some might be the prize. You don't think so?
No, we're both the prize. I want to be with you. Hopefully, you want to be with me. I think you're special. I wouldn't be with you if I didn't think you were special.
Yeah.
I'm not going to waste your time. More importantly than that, I'm not wasting mine.
Because you can't get that back. You can't get that time back.
And see, this is where they get a little bit. This is what we call blue pill. Now they blue pilling it. See, Ocho still want to say that women are the prize, but you can never say why they are the prize. Like he said, you see how he had to remove as the provider. Okay, so once you remove the provider out of there, okay, who's providing then? That's actually what makes him the prize more than anything, because you're not providing for me. And providing is more than just money. Remove the money. I can still go out and kill some shit and feed you. Put a roof over these kids' heads, build a house, all kinds of shit. I can do a lot of things that fall under provision. I provide you a safe space to have a conversation, a safe place to feel loved, a safe place to be emotional. Provision goes a long fucking way.
So I just think the thing is sometimes, like, man, let's just be real here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna treat you with the ultimate respect. If you got a kid, I'll treat that kid as if it was mine. I'll never be disrespectful to you. I'll never call you out of your name. I'll never do anything.
Right.
But these women, I mean, they quick. Man, they quick. Oh, I'm the prize. I know my worth.
To who?
Well, cause they be looking good,
Man, do you know how many women look good?
I know. It's so many. And you know what I don't like, Can you address it? Because I don't know how to put in the words. Why do women always feel because they look good? Because we base everything off of looks.
Because men are very visual.
We are visual.
We're very visual creatures. Yes.
Why the first thing, if you do mess up, the first thing people say is, oh, he fumbled me.
No. Fumble is a situation where I'm running and somebody knocks it out of my hand. I punted you.
Right.
I punted. It wasn't a fumble. Yeah. Boop.
Right.
Yeah. I realized I realized I couldn't get any more yards. Boop.
Right.
Let somebody, let the next guy catch it. Hopefully he fair caught it. But he might have let it go over his head and into the end zone.
I don't know, man. It's just, listen, we can't live without them. They can't live without us. It's all about finding your person. It's all about finding your person. And if you sisters, if you're watching, ladies, if you have a standard, whatever that standard may be, whatever that value or worth you may think you have, you stick to it. You stick to it until your guy comes along. I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna make sure you're gonna win. Matter of fact, ladies, if you're in the chat, you don't have a man right now, the holiday is coming up. Valentine's is coming up. Send me a message on Twitter. I guarantee you I have you a man and some gifts and dinner.
Good luck.
Before Valentine's Day. I'm playing matchmaker.
Hey, baby.
Because I know your value. I know your worth.
There you go.
I'm gonna make sure you get your man.
I hope everybody, like you said, there's somebody for everybody.
Now,
I hope they find that person.
Ocho out here
I just tired of
sipping.
hearing every time I know my value, I'm this and that. Look here.
This was a good video. This was a good learning moment. This was something that you don't usually see, especially on a podcast. The fact that this was brought up, the fact that this conversation was had, this was very Kevin Samuel-esque. Okay? Conversations like this honestly don't happen anymore. And when they do happen, well, y'all love to shut it down. Because for the most part, we're just going to be honest. You guys don't like to hear the truth. And the truth of the matter is, this is how we think. This is our thought process. This is how we feel. Okay. Make sure you go to YouTube. It is called Cut the Noise Podcast. Cut the Noise Podcast. In about 2 weeks, we'll be going live. We'll be recording. Shows will be on. So look forward to that. I need people to go over there. We need to start subscribing to it. It is called Cut the Noise Podcast. Make sure that you go check that out and become part of the chat. We'll be looking for guests where y'all can come on and talk about it and do your thing. Hit the like button. Subscribe on all platforms. If you have something to say about this, by all means, hit the chat. The comment section is always wide open. Yeah, I told you we're going to start doing this a whole lot more therapy sessions. With that, thanks for tuning in.